Hello, my name is William Threewits. My canon number is 0825, and I am presenting the Great Infrastructure Intrusion. What is industrialization? Industrialization is the transformation of a society from an agrarian to a manufacturing economy. Industrialization is good. For example, take into account of the effects of the Industrial Revolution in the early 1700s and late 1700s and early 1800s. Industrialization brings in money, people, jobs, and pulls together society that would otherwise be unable to be productive at a large scale. Industrialization is arguably the only reason our world is able to sustain the life of everyone on this planet. So, what's the issue? All over the world, we are fighting over industrialization. The first thing that likely comes to mind are factories and major facilities, but all industrialization has negative effects to some extent, whether from smokestacks or simply clearing land to build housing. Now, obviously, all these effects of industrialization I mentioned before are good things, but as everything, moderation is key. So let's discuss the drawbacks of industrialization within our society. One major drawback is the damage of industrialization can cause to our health of our environment and our own personal well-being. Issues such as air pollution, deforestation, animal endangerment, and destruction of foreign environments. Intense industrialization results in a wider gap between the rich and poor due to division of labor and capital. Expanding on this, those who own capital generate excessive profits derived from their economic activities. This results in higher disparity of wealth and income. As we can see by this graph, this is from thousands of years ago, and we can see the graph CO2 levels after the Industrial Revolution. You see this trend of up-down movement of the cycle of the Earth, and then right around here, where the Industrial Revolution takes place, we see a giant spike that launches CO2 levels. Around 375 parts per million concentration of CO2, and this was a couple hundred years ago during the Industrial Revolution, and now up to the year 2000. As we can see by this global graph, we notice the contributors to CO2. We notice the year 2020 where CO2 takes a major dip, and we can see a 5.4% decrease in CO2 levels during the year of COVID, which shows how our industrialization and our economy affects CO2, because when all that got shut down, 5.4% on a global scale is a very large number. The effect. Over-industrialization of our world causes many environmental changes that not only damage our planet, but also are detrimental to our own health and well-being, as I said earlier. In some over-industrialized areas, resources are running thin and ecosystems are displaced and disrupted. These issues, without any action, will only worsen over time, and the effects it has on us and the rest of the world will grow, exponentially worse with rapid and relentless industrialization. The solution. America currently has multiple policies in place for things such as tax imports and other things that impact our economy. I think we should apply the same method of control toward industrialization. If we implement policies that help defund our ecosystems and industrialize strategically to ensure avoiding as much environmental damage as possible, we can slowly begin changing the way we grow our country's society and economy. Politically addressing this issue requires a comprehensive approach that balances economic interests and environmental sustainability. Policymakers can implement stricter regulations and standards for industries, as I mentioned previously. We can incentivize the adoption of green technologies and promote sustainable practices through tax breaks or subsidies. We need international cooperation to set global environmental standards. This is crucial so we can prevent big businesses and major CO2 contributors from relocating to different countries with lax regulations to get away with harmful practices, simply to make more money. This will contribute to more equitable and environmentally conscious global industrial landscape. Ultimately, political solutions should prioritize the creation of equal balance between industrial development and environmental preservation to ensure a sustainable and resilient future. These are some example policies that I thought of. Enforce laws that ensure organic materials are being used to industrialize. The EPA, or Environmental Protection Agency, is one law already in place. We can push this law further and enforce it better to have a greater effect. Create laws that jumpstart rebuilding habitats that have been destroyed due to industrialization. Enforce laws that ensure industrial waste is properly taken care of and disposed. These are just a few examples that can help us move to a more environmentally friendly industrial age. As a major global power, I think it's part of our country's responsibility to begin reforming the way we industrialize. Our influence could reach an international scale, and we can begin working toward a balance between industrialization and protecting the environment. Thank you.